start this edition of the news with a breaking update coming in. A day after the tragic Air India air crash in Calicut, the DGCA has now issued a show-cause notice to the Calicut International Airport. Republic has accessed a copy of the notice which raises an inspection of the airport which was carried out in July last year. Now, during this inspection, several lapses in the maintenance of the runway that were found. These included excessive rubber deposit on the runway, water stagnation near the turn pad on the runway, and even cracks along the runway tracks. Several questions emerge on the safety and maintenance of the Calicut airport, and if these flaws were highlighted in a previous inspection, then did the airport turn a blind eye to the report? Ashwin, my colleague, now joining us live on the broadcast. Ashwin, important to answer this question, especially since several lapses were pointed out in the report. So is it the airport that is responsible for such carelessness that led to such negligence?
Yes, prima facie, it looks like there is some negligence from the airport authority with regard to the maintenance of this airport strip. This is the primary information that we have got, and we have accessed the DGCA official document, which states various lack of facilities, or the standard has not been maintained in terms of there has been a report of water stagnation, as you had rightly mentioned. So this could be one of the main reason. This could be one of the main. As we are speaking, the DGCA officials have already reached the Karipur airport. They'll be doing their own internal investigation to ascertain if whatever the recommendations were given to the airport authorities over here were implemented. So this, the link to this mishap is certainly being done by the DGCA authorities.
Ashwin, what more can you tell us in terms of the rescue operation that has concluded? Those who are suffering from injuries, undergoing treatment, how is their condition? Meanwhile, the debris that is being cleared and inspection that will also be carried out. Get us all the updates, Ashwin.
Yes, we have got information that all the passengers in the aircraft who has been rescued, everybody has been rescued, has been taken to various hospitals in the city. In fact, most of the hospitals are located around this place in Malappuram district where the crash took place, as well as in the adjacent district of Kozhikode. So various hospitals in Kozhikode, both private hospitals as well as government hospitals, many of these passengers are admitted and the care is being given to them. The latest update is that 17 people are confirmed confirmed to be casualties of this mishap. 17 casualties. We also understood that many people are in critical conditions. One more thing which I need to add is that of the casualties, we have found out there's a 1-year-old boy and a 1.5-year-old boy who has met his fatal end due to this mishap.
Very unfortunate, Ashwin, that we have to receive such news early in the morning. Meanwhile, more breaking inputs that are coming in. Ashwin, stay with us as we are playing out these first pictures of MOS MEA V Muralidharan, who has reached the Karipur airport in Kerala and is en route to the crash site to monitor the situation on the ground. Ashwin, what more are you picking up as far as the movement of MOS MEA is concerned?
We have received various testimonials with regard to the crash. One thing what we have understood, we have to definitely ascertain this. One thing we have understood is that before the flight landed, it has taken 2 iterations before it landed. So clearly it indicates that, if it is true, it indicates that the pilot really didn't get a proper view of landing. So it has taken 2 rounds in the sky before it tried to land. And we have also understood that it has offshooted the runway, and as you can see, as the visuals speak for itself, the flight ended at the runway and it dragged on for 200 meters and then fell off this gorge. And you can see that after it fell off, the the front part, the nose and the cockpit area of the flight has separated itself from the remaining part of the flight, and the cockpit has actually struck the wall and it has broken the wall. So it shows that the impact of this collision is quite massive, and the flight itself has broken down into three parts. And this also shows how difficult it must have been for the rescue operators to take out passengers who have been stuck in this flight, to take them out and take them to the nearest hospitals. So it looks that the kind of situation people were in this flight is quite horrific. Suyesha.
But as far as this particular runway is concerned, Ashwin, this has been quite questionable in terms of many of the lapses that have been pointed out. And why is it that the Calicut airport did not take action in the last 1 year, especially after the DGCA report of pointing out all these lapses?
It is quite unsettling that this airport, which is supposed to be the 12th busiest airport in the country, is not so maintained so well. Even the general opinion of passengers who regularly commute over here, they don't have a great opinion about this airport and its maintenance. So it has been in the local news for quite some time, even with regard to many other facilities over the past few months. The facilities which are already there, the lack of facilities, especially in terms of scanning of equipments, scanning of baggages and all that, there was a lot of issues along with it. Now, as you rightly pointed out, the issue of non-maintenance of the strip is a major concern, and they have been pointed out several times by the DGCA. But it doesn't, prima facie, what we have understood from the information that we have received is that the local officials have not paid heed to it, and this could probably be the main cause for this accident.
Ashwin, continue talking to us, because
Suyesha.
several health centers that have been set up, not just in Kozhikode, but even in Sharjah and Dubai, to provide all possible assistance to the next of kin, so that they can really access details to find out where their loved ones are. In terms of the necessary support being provided at these health centers, are the families okay with all the details that they're being able to receive, or the help that is being put out? All right, I believe we've lost that line with Ashwin, and we will try and reconnect with him. But as Ashwin tells us that rescue operations have concluded, 171 who are injured and they are undergoing treatment. As of now, the death toll that has reached 19, and that also includes the pilot and co-pilot, pilot in command Captain Deepak Sathe and co-pilot Akhilesh Kumar, who are among 19 casualties. And of course, like we told you, that a show cause notice that has been issued by the DGCA to Calicut Airport as a report that had been submitted of the kind of lapses that were seen at the Calicut Airport, but seems like there was negligence on the part of the authorities there. I believe Ashwin is back with us, because Ashwin, I also wanted to understand from you of the help centers that have been set up, not just in Kozhikode, but even in Sharjah and Dubai, to provide all possible assistance to the next of kin, so that they can access all necessary details. Are they okay with the kind of support they are being given?
Certainly, the facilities which has been provided to the passengers, to the victims of this disaster, is quite good, and there has been a quick response from the health sector, from the Department of Health Ministry as well. So everybody has been taken fast, and that is why we've been able to reduce the casualties so far. Of the 170 plus people who were traveling, passengers who were traveling in this flight. So far, the casualty rate is only 17. That is the confirmed rate. So it shows that the health officials have been very quick in getting the treatment quickly. Also, it is very pertinent to also say that the locals have done a massive job in this rescue operations. We have got confirmed reports that a lot of private vehicles were quickly brought in, and they took a lot of these passengers on to the nearest hospitals, and this has been one of the major, and they in fact took part in the rescue operation itself. It's a very this airport is on top of it's like a plateau, so the accessibility to this place is quite different from the other airports. Because it's being a tabletop airport, it has the accessibility and the terrain is quite difficult. So to get to the nearest hospital itself is quite a task. But with the support of the locals, the health officials have been able to take them, and they have been able to keep down the fatality rate so far. Sukanya.
Yes, but Ashwin, we also understand that 171 are undergoing treatment as they are injured, and 24 of them who are extremely critical. That also includes a pregnant woman. What is the last medical bulletin you received in terms of those who are injured?
The last update that we received was that 29 were critically injured and 17 have passed away. We are again we have trying to sort information. The Department of Information, the PRD department's official confirmation states that 17 people. This is the information that we have got. We are certainly asserting if there has been any fatality that has happened in the last few hours. We haven't got any information on it right now, but we are certainly looking for updates from the right official sources. Suesha.
And Ashwin, of course, all the passengers on board hailing the efforts of the pilot and the co-pilot of a very sensible decision that was taken last minute that has still minimized the damage a lot, saved many, many more lives. Otherwise, the tragedy that could have been much worse.
Definitely. There were, like, in a matter of an hour or hour and a half, more than 100 ambulances arrived in this place. That itself shows that how the health system has quickly responded to this disaster. And along with that, the fire force, all the officials, the response to the disaster has been quite impressive, to say the least. And they have done well enough to ensure that the casualties have come down. And we have yet to ascertain how many more people are still in a critical stage. Last night, it was 29 people in a critical stage. Now, we have yet to get an update from the health minister, from the Ministry of Health, whether where more number of people are still in a critical state, or if the numbers have come down or many of them have stabilized. But what we know so far is that, 29 people, the last confirmed number was 29, and 29 people are critically injured in this mishap.
All right, Ashwin, you continue to get us all the latest updates, and we'll keep coming back to you for more on the same, as of course high-level meetings that will be conducted today, and a formal inquiry that will also be initiated into what caused the crash. And most importantly, a check at the Calicut airport of why the authorities had not acted upon the report that was put out by the DGCA and the lapses that were pointed out. Ashwin, on that note, we are stepping into a very short commercial break. We'll be back on the other side and get more updates from you.